يوصلونا يعني من هنا هذا أجيب له حليب وبامباز. والله ما أنا عارف من وين أجيب.
It is not time to tell the world leaders to realize how important education is. They already know it. Their own children are in good schools.
Thank you everyone for being here. I just want to say that you are all so gifted and talented to be able to present in
Let me ask you a simple question. Who is a child?
According to data, in 2021, UNICEF found Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to extend a warm greeting to each and every one of you at this Unique World Student Parliament session. I would like to greet everyone who has joined us this evening, including our chief guest, our respected president, and all of the participants. We are here today to talk about something really important: safeguarding kids from emotional and physical abuse. Our children are the most at risk in this world, and their lives, well being, and the future are at danger when it comes to this topic. Thus, it requires our full attention. Children everywhere have the right to live free from the suffering caused by abuse, both physical and emotionally. The topic of protecting children from physical and mental abuse is essential to ensure children's growth and well-being around the world. Any purposeful injury or harm done to a kid, such as hitting, beating, or other violent acts, is considered physical abuse. These behaviors not only create physical scars but also carry deep emotional wounds that may limit a child's mental growth and well being. Even though it is less obvious, emotional or mental abuse is just as harmful. It includes verbal abuse, bullying, manipulation, and neglect, all of which have the potential to negatively impact a child's self-worth, confidence, and emotional health over time. Both forms of abuse can have severe implications on a child's education, relationships, and future potential. In order to ensure that every kid grows up in a secure and loving environment, it is our responsibility as responsible global citizens to not only spread awareness but also to collaborate in the fight against abuse. In order for these damaging practices, we need to improve legal frameworks and protection ways, educate parents, educators, and communities, and promote open dialogue. Nothing less than safety, love, and value in every area of life is what children deserve. If we work together, we can change things. Now, I would like to invite our respected moderator, Kashaf, who will keep things right. Give me a minute, Kashaf. Kashaf, can you try talking now?
Jalisha, now we can switch on the camera and mic. Then you start from the beginning.
Okay, sir. So, are you playing the video or shall I start again? Okay, then I'll start again. Good evening, everyone. I am delighted to extend a warm greeting to each and every one of you at this unique World Student Parliament session. I would like to greet everyone who has joined us this evening, including our chief guest, our respected president, and all of the participants. We are here today to talk about something really important: safeguarding kids from emotional and physical abuse. Our children are the most at risk in the world, and their lives, well-being, and future are at the danger when it comes to this topic. Thus, it requires our full attention. Children everywhere have the right to live free from the suffering caused by abuse, both physical and emotionally. The topic of protecting children from physical and mental abuse is essential to ensure child's growth and well-being around the world. Any purposeful injury or harm done to a kid, such as hitting, beating, or other violence acts, is considered physical abuse. These behaviors not only create physical scars but also carry deep emotional wounds that may limit a child's mental growth and well-being. Even though it is less obvious, emotionally or mental abuse is just as harmful. It includes verbal abuse, bullying, manipulation, and neglect, all of which have the potential to
നടക്കണം ചുമ്മാ ഇവിടെ ഇരുന്ന് കൊണ്ടുവരാൻ പറ്റുകാരെ
impact a child's self-worth, confidence, and emotionally health over time. Both forms of abuse can have implications on a child's education, relationships, and future potential. In order to ensure that every kid grows up in a secure and loving environment, it is our responsibility as responsible global citizens to not only spread awareness but also to collaborate in the fight against abuse. In order for total these damaging practices, we need to improve legal frameworks and protection ways to educate parents, educators, and communities and promote open dialogue. Nothing less than safety, love, and value in every area of life is what children deserve. If we work together, we can change things. Now, I would like to invite our respected moderator, Kashaf, who will keep things right.
Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Teacher Nasir from Pakistan, and I warmly welcome each and every participant in this event. Before we start this event, I would like to invite our prestigious chief guest of today's event, Mrs. Anupama Ketan from India, who will share her beautiful insight about the discussion of topic discussion. So please, Mrs. Anupama Keita.
Good evening, everyone. Can you hear me all?
Yes.
Okay. So, esteemed members of the International Student Parliament, distinguished guests, and my dear young advocates, I am honored to address this assembly on a subject that carries deep significance for the future of our society, the protection of children from physical and mental abuse. As future leaders, you hold the power not only to discuss such pressing issues, but to influence real change. Children are the heart of every society, embodying the hope and promise of a better tomorrow. Yet, across the globe, millions of children are unspeakable abuse, physical harm, emotional torment, and neglect. The scars left by these acts of violence can last a lifetime, shaping not just individual lives, but entire communities. It is our shared responsibility as a global society to ensure that every child grows up in an environment where they are safe, nurtured, and allowed to reach their full potential. And as students and future leaders, your voice matters in raising awareness, advocating for stronger policies, and fostering a culture of zero tolerance towards any form of abuse. In this parliament, you have the opportunity to address critical questions. How can we create systems that protect children? How can we empower families, schools, and communities to recognize the signs of abuse and intervene early? Most importantly, how can we use that the rights of the children are upheld and their voices are heard? Together, we can build build a world where every child is protected, valued, and given the chance to thrive, free from fear and filled with hope. With this, I would like to tell you one thing to all the students today. It is that young minds, when come together, some new innovative things come up. So I really see that today some solutions may come up. We will discuss about the problem, that's true, but some solutions should come up. And that is your responsibility to summarize this and communicate to us as well. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me for this. Thank you all. Thank you, Mr. Kamal Gora, and thank you for organizing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Anupama Keita. That was very, very thoughtful of you. Before we continue the session, I would like to share one of the consequences of, abusing children mentally and physically. As Jalisha told you everything about the topic, so let's share one of the consequences. So one of the important consequences is that, we consider children the building of our nation. But if we abuse our children mentally and physically, not only the country or the family, but a nation, the entire nation will lose the young talent, the talent which were to be a doctor, engineer, or a scientist in the coming future. We will lose that doctor, that engineer, and the scientist, and whatever he was or she was going to be. Now, I would like to continue the session with the introduction of every single participant of this session. I would call your names in an order and you would introduce yourselves, including your name, your country, and your school. I would start with the name of Akansha. Is Akansha here?
No, Kasha, you can go with the rest.
All right. Then we will go on Janardhan. Janardhan, would you like to introduce yourself? Janardhan, your mic, please.
Yeah, sorry. I am Janardhan. I'm a pre-final engineering student at Dhanansagar Sagar University. I'm from India.
Right. Next we have Vaishnavi.
Good evening, everyone. I am Vaishnavi Bhatt from Coors Global School, India.
All right. Thank you. Next we have Enil.
Hi, I'm Ino from Sri Lanka, and I'm doing my A levels in the bio stream.
Right. Thank you. We have another two participants. Ranjani, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure.
All right.
She is not a participant. We have Darshmita.
All right. So we will go with Darshmita.
Hello everyone, I'm Udesh Shankar Dashmita and I study in Sanans Balika Mahavidyalaya and I'm from Sri Lanka. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we will listen to the insights and of each of the participants, and you will enlighten us with your solutions and your reasons and the causes you will give about the session. So the first of the participants will be Janardhan.
Once again, good evening, everyone. Let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible for all of you. Is that visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah. Coming to today's session, actually, it was a very important session according to me for the current generation, where many students or the many children who are facing this problem. Now, let me move on to this. In intro part, we have how the physical well-being to protect against the injuries and illness for the children, and mental well-being, promote emotional stability and happiness. Coming to physical health protection, how can you protect children where when they are mentally abused or maybe physically, and what are the common threats they may experiencing, like maybe accidents, exposures, or some harmful substances, and how can we protect those using some measures like safe environments, regular health checks, or maybe some exercises. This is how you can protect the children from the physical health. Coming to mental protection, the challengings are bullying, pressure, abuse, anxiety, depression, or trauma. And coming to the nowadays, many students are or many children facing these issues. And how can we overcome from this is the main point with the communication, course, or a support or emotional expression. Coming to the shared responsibility, how each and every person in the children's life can share this responsibility to help the children to overcome from this is the first is parental role. Of course, the parent is the one who have to spread the love, security, and healthy habit. And coming to school's role, anti-bullying and mental health programs. If the school is the one where they can share more knowledge about the mental health concern. And coming to society's role, awareness, supporting resources, as well as safety regulations. In conclusions, a key takeaway for this is physical and mental health are interconnected, call to an action, promote child safety and mental health awareness. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you, Janardhan. That was pretty informative. Next to the participants will be Dasmita.
Hello, everyone. I'm Uday Shankar Dashmita and I'm from Sri Lanka. Today, I stand before you with a heavy yet hopeful heart to address a matter that touches the every core of a humanity, the protection of our children from physical and mental abuse. Child abuse is a pervasive issue that often leaves lasting scars and undermines a child's innocence, leading to a cycle of trauma that can reverberate for generations. As a society, it is our responsibility to create safe environments where children can thrive without fear and harm. We must educate ourselves and others about the signs of abuse, encourage open conversations, and provide resources for parents, educators, and caregivers to recognize and address these issues before they escalate. We must advocate for stronger policies and legislation that protect children, such as ensuring access to mental health service, promoting anti-bullying programs in schools, and establishing protective measures within our communities. Leaders should prioritize the safety and well-being of children in every decision they make. Each individual can play a virtual role in this fight by volunteering, donating to organizations supporting abused children, or being a compassionate listener to those in need. Our actions, no matter how small, can create ripples of change that uplift and protect the most vulnerable among us. In conclusion, let us unite in our mission to protect children from physical and mental abuse, standing as their advocates, voices, and guardians. Together, we can create a future where every child feels safe, valuable, and empowered to reach their fullest potential. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dasmita. That was very helpful. So the next we have Vaishnavi from India.
Good evening, honored guests and esteemed friends from various nations. Today, we gather to address an urgent and heartbreaking issue, the protection of our children from physical and mental abuse. Each child represents hope for the future, yet, countless young lives are marred by violence and trauma. It's our collective responsibility to ensure that every child grows up in a safe, nurturing environment where they can thrive. Physical abuse leaves visible scars, but mental abuse can even more insidious. The effects of neglect, emotional manipulation, and verbal cruelty can last a lifetime. These wounds go often unseen, impacting a child's self esteem, mental health, and ability to form healthy relationships. As adults, parents, educators, community members must be vigilant. Educate themselves about the signs of abuse out of danger. Silence complex lifelines, those who have safe environment requires more than just awareness. It advocacies that protect children, support the relations, and talk about the importance of mental health.
All right, thank you so much. Our last participant would be Inu.
Good evening. I'm Inu from Sri Lanka. Children are the world's most valuable resource and its best hope for the future. This was once said by the former President of the United States, John F. Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to imagine a garden full of flowers, each blooming beautifully, receiving sunlight, water, and the necessary nurturing. What a breathtaking sight it would be. But imagine if some of them get destroyed by a storm. It wouldn't be so beautiful then, would it? In the garden of society, children are the flowers. If they grow up in a safe and healthy environment, the society will be beautiful. But abuse gets in the way, just like storms do. That is why speaking about protecting children from physical and mental abuse is so crucial, and it will be my topic for today. Physical abuse is any act that causes physical harm, such as hitting, kicking, or any form of violence. Mental or emotional abuse, on the other hand, includes behaviors that harm a child's self esteem, such as criticism, rejection, or isolation. Both of these forms can leave deep and lasting scars that affect a child's development, emotional health, and the ability to form healthy relationships. The consequences of these abuses extend beyond childhood. Research shows that children who go through abuse have a higher risk of developing mental health issues such as depression, anxiety, and post traumatic stress disorder. And they're more likely to struggle academically and financially and face difficulties such as substance abuse. And according to the World Health Organization, approximately 1 billion children aged 2 to 17 have experienced physical, sexual, or emotional violence in the past year alone. These aren't just statistics. They represent the change makers and the future leaders of our society. By failing to protect them, we fail as a society. So, what can we do to protect children from abuse? Awareness is the key. Workshops, seminars, and community programs should be conducted for recognizing and addressing abuse, especially for parents and teachers. As global leaders, we must also advocate for stronger policies and laws to protect children and to stop abuse. It is one of the main responsibilities of a government to prioritize child welfare. Furthermore, we must create vigilance within communities. This is not just something that teachers and parents should do. Neighbors and friends and everyone in the community can play an important role in identifying and intervening in cases of abuse. So, if you suspect a child is being harmed, report your concerns to the appropriate authorities immediately because your quick actions could save a life. Lastly, we must let children know that their voices are heard and that there are so many people out there to help them out. Let us take a stand today. Let us end physical and mental abuse towards children by making sure that every child grows up with love and care and with no pain or fear. Then our garden of society will be the most beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Inu. That was very delightful and thoughtful of you. And thank you, each of the participants, for sharing your insights with us. Rest of the event will be handled by Felicia.
Thank you, Kasha. So now let's hear the feedback from each and every one of you. Your reflections and insights are important to us. So now I would like to call upon our participants to share their thoughts, starting with Kashaf.
Thank you so much, Alicia. That was absolutely an amazing topic, and the insights and the insights shared in this event were really helpful and fruitful for all of us. And as Inu said, that we should take a stand to raise our voices against the abuses that our children are being targeted mentally and physically. Yes, we should take a stand, and we will do our best to make a beautiful garden of society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kashaf. Next, we would like to hear the feedback from Janardhan.
It was a good session, absolutely. And it was an interactive session where everyone sharing their perspective and keeping their opinions. Thank you for the opportunity and hoping for the next session. Thank you.
Thank you, Janardhan. And now we have Darshmita.
Today's topic aroused our curiosity in learning and enhancing the knowledge regarding child abuse. I'm eagerly waiting for the future sessions. Let's work together and let's go on. Thank you.
Thank you, Darshmita. Now I would like to hear the feedback from Vaishnavi.
For me, it was a great session. I was very grateful to speak on such a topic. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. And last but not least, we have Inu.
It was a great session. I think I learned a lot from all the participants, and I think it's really important that we keep sessions like this and talk about very important topics, especially when you get the opinions from young global leaders. I think you can actually receive innovative ideas and opinions, which we can actually we can use to make the society a better place. And it was definitely a very informative segment, and I'm hoping that we will have more segments like this in future. Thank you.
Thank you, Inu. And our chief guest has provided her feedback through text, so I'm going to read it out. As we come to the close of this successful session of our student parliament, I would like to take a moment to reflect on the achievements of today's event. The energy, commitment, and level of engagement displayed by all participants were truly commendable. Firstly, I want to congratulate every student who actively participated. Your preparation, passion, and thoughtful contributions show that you have a deep understanding of the issues that matter to you and your peers. Whether through raising important points, debating with respect, or proposing actionable solutions, your participation has been essential to the success of this parliament. I also want to highlight how well these discussions were managed. It was inspiring to see how effectively each speaker was given the space to voice their thoughts and how different perspectives were respected. The ability to listen and consider opposing views is crucial in leadership. I'm proud to see many such maturities displayed here today. A special notice of appreciation goes to the organizing team. The seamless flow of events, time management, and the overall coordination were outstanding. Your dedication behind the scenes ensured the smooth running of this session, and for that we are grateful. As we wrap up, and I encourage all of you to carry forward the ideas and initiative discuss today. Let's not allow them to remain within the walls of this room, but together to make real positive changes in our school community. In conclusion, I believe this session was a significant success. The enthusiasm and leadership shown today indicate that we are on the right path forward, fostering a more engaged, thoughtful, and empowered student body. Thank you all once again for your contributions, and I look forward to seeing the positive impact that will come from today's discussion. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you, Anupama.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Anupama ma'am. And as we come to the close of today's session, I would like to take a moment to express my heartfelt thanks to all those who made this event a success. First and foremost, I would like to extend a heartfelt thanks to you, our chief guest, Ms. Anupama, for taking the time to be with us today and sharing such valuable insights. And we are truly grateful for your support. Next, I would like to thank our President of this association, Mr. Janaka Kamal Goda, for his leadership and guidance throughout the event. Your dedication and commitment have been key in making the session run smoothly, and we deeply appreciate your involvement. Finally, to all the participants, thank you for your active engagement, thoughtful feedback, and contributions. Each of you brought unique perspectives to the session, making this session a meaningful and impactful one. Once again, my deepest thanks to everyone. Let us continue the work together forward, achieving great things in the future. Thank you.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.